In this video, we're going to be taking a look at the brand new Xiaomi Redmi Note 15 Pro Plus 5G right here. That was a mouthful to say. Pretty crazy phone right here. I believe this retails for about $300, maybe a little bit more. We have some decent specifications in here for that price tag. Of course, for a processor, we have the Snapdragon 7S Gen 4. We have either 8 or 12 gigabytes of RAM, depending on which one you guys choose. There are different levels to choose from. And we have 6,500 milliamps for battery inside of here and 100-watt wired charging on this device. And the other cool thing is we have a 100-watt wired charger inside of the box, so beautiful to see that. Android 15 out of the box, 4 major operating system updates. Of course, this is going to be using Hyper OS 2 for our operating system. We have 2 different versions. We have either 256 gigabytes of internal storage or 512 gigabytes of internal storage. There is no SD card slot inside of here, so no, you can't expand storage on this particular device. This also comes in a few different colors. We have black, we have mocha brown, which is the one that I have here that actually looks really nice, and we have glacier blue on here as well. Again, a huge 6,500 milliamp battery inside of here, so this is going to be an all-day device. We have IP68/IP69K dust tight and water resistance on this device as well. Great to see that. And a AMOLED display on this, 120 hertz refresh rate and up to 3200 nits for our brightness. Those 3200 nits peak brightness on here. And of course, Corning Gorilla Glass Victus 2, which reaches level 5 on Mohs hardness scale. And our resolution is going to be 1280 by 2772, a 6.8 inch display in here compared to the regular Redmi Note 15 5G, which only has a 6.77 inch display, so a tiny bit bigger. But let's go ahead and open this up. There are many other goodies inside of here, so we're going to go ahead and take a look at this and see how this goes. So let's go ahead and take off the top right here. Of course, we have our box, which has some more goodies inside of here. We'll take a look at that in a second. And of course, we have a Redmi Note 15 Pro Plus right here, and it gives us some specifications on the front right there. We have hypercharge on here, which is pretty insane. We're going to go ahead and test that out later on. Under here, we have our USB Type-C to Type-C data cable, and there you go, folks. We have a 100-watt charger inside the box from Xiaomi. Crazy stuff right here in 2026. I don't know why Samsung and all these other companies don't have this anymore. You need to do this again, Samsung. Other than that, absolutely nothing else in this box. And the Xiaomi video wouldn't be complete if we did not go through this little booklet right here. Of course, we have our SIM ejector tool right here to go ahead and open that SIM card slot up. We have our quick start guide, warranty information, and of course our safety information on this device as well. And last but not least, Xiaomi was gracious enough to actually put a case inside of the box right here, another TPU case right here, so silicone case. We'll go ahead and take a look at this in a second. Yeah, very, very nice that they did that. All right, everyone, so let's go ahead and take this phone out of its packaging, and as you guys can see, we have that beautiful eco mocha brown leather on the back of this phone, and it absolutely looks stunning. It looks really, really good. It meshes very well with these gold accents and stuff, or silver accents. This looks really good. This is a sexy, sexy looking phone. Of course, we have our camera setup right here, and this is going to be a dual camera setup. Our main camera is going to be a 200 megapixel wide angle camera. This is going to have multi-directional PDAF and of course optical image stabilization. Our secondary camera is going to be an 8 megapixel ultra wide, and it does of course have that LED flash, and we do have HDR compatibility on this and panorama inside of that camera as well. We can shoot up to 4K at 30 frames per second or 1080p at either 30, 60, or 120 frames per second. Right outside of the phone, we of course have our volume up and down rocker and of course our power button just below that. Top of the phone, we have another speaker and a noise canceling mic on the left side. And the left side of the device, we have absolutely nothing. And bottom of the phone, it looks like we have our SIM tray right there. Again, we cannot expand storage on here. However, we do have some pretty big storage sizes on here, either 256 or half a terabyte. So that should have you covered for the majority of people out there. We have a noise canceling mic to the right, USB Type-C port to the right of that, and of course our last speaker to the right side of that. Also, one other thing to note for our front-facing camera, that is going to be a 32 megapixel wide-angle camera capable of shooting 1080p at 30 or 60 frames per second. Also, if you guys want to go ahead and see how this case looks on this phone as well, I'll just go ahead and do that. This is how this looks. Very, very solid TPU case. They offered us with this. Also, we have a little shiny accent that says Redmi at the bottom. Nice looking case right there. Definitely like bare bones cases. Looks good. All right, everyone. So for our biometrics on this device, we do have a fingerprint sensor. The first thing out of the box that you guys are going to notice straight away is this big bubbly screen. It actually is raised a little bit. This is not a edge display right here, but the display is raised. It definitely reminds me of like the iPhone 17 Pro for whatever reason. Very, very nice premium display right here. Again, 120 hertz refresh rate, AMOLED display right here, 68B colors on here, HDR 10 plus, Dolby Vision, up to 3200 nits peak brightness. And that resolution looks pretty good at 1280 by 2772 and almost 450 pixels per inch on this device as well. So pretty pixel dense on here. Very, very, very sexy display. Very nice, colorful display on here. Other thing that I noticed straight away as well is we have tons of bloatware on this device. I know not the most positive thing in the world to bring up, but you guys can go ahead and uninstall that bloatware on this device. We are running HyperOS 2 on this device as well. And the big thing I noticed between this and the little brother, the regular Redmi Note 15, straight away has to be the haptic feedback. This feels like a much more premium haptic feedback compared to the regular Redmi Note 15. That kind of feels a little bit wonky. If you guys know anything about, haptic feedback or vibration motors inside of phones, that one definitely feels a little bit more clunky, if you guys know what I mean. This feels a lot tighter and a lot more, I guess, instant. It's not like rattly or anything like that. This kind of feels like it's a Pixel 10 or a Pixel 10 Pro or whatever. I'm sure you guys know what I mean when it comes to haptics. Haptics feel solid on here though. We do have the bloatware inside of here. Again, 4 years of operating system updates on here, and looks pretty solid so far as the speeds going and fluidity. And as you guys know, if we swipe down from the left side, we are going to get our notifications right here that you guys can go ahead and clear by clicking on that X. If you swipe down on the right side, of course, we're going to get our screencast. We're going to get our Wi-Fi, our mobile data, our brightness, bunch of other quick toggles right here like battery saver, airplane mode, Bluetooth, ringer, Google Home right there. And if we edit, we have a bunch of different things we can add to that quick toggle setting right there as well. I do want to go ahead and take a look at this camera, and they did say that they had a 200 megapixel shooter on here, so we're going to go ahead and test that out. Let's go ahead and skip this. We have a slow motion, time lapse on here, documents, panorama. Let's go ahead and take a look at this though real quick. And as you guys know, most phones are going to be using upscaling, using artificial intelligence, but this looks solid. This looks pretty true to life as far as the colors go. So yeah, it looks very solid. Get some good detail on here, especially for the price tag. Great to see it. Great to see it. Looks good. Looks solid. Nothing really to complain about right now. Of course, we can shoot up to 4K on this device as well at 30 frames per second. Or 1080p up to 60. We have regular photo mode, we have our portrait mode, and we have our pro mode right here, but we'll do a full review on this camera later on, especially since we did just update this device. So we'll get the best out of it when we finally do the full review on this. The two other things that I want to go ahead and check out is see the speakers and see how those sound, and of course see how the display looks. But I'm sure there's going to be a big difference between these speakers and the regular Redmi Note 15 speakers.
Quiero probar tu beso. Ay, qué rico se ve eso. Te ves como travieso. Quiero probar tu beso. Quiero.
All right, everyone, so first and foremost, the first thing I noticed is this is much more of a fuller sound on the Redmi Note 15 Pro Plus. We actually have bass, so the bass is existent on here as well. The tin, I don't know, it's still there a little bit, but it doesn't sound too tinny. So minimal tin on here, especially not as much as the regular Redmi Note 15, but the biggest takeaway here is it sounds fuller, it sounds nicer, it sounds louder in general, and it has a better bass on this device. So yeah, not very good at audio terms. I'm learning more about that type of stuff, but as far as I can explain with the words that I have, that is what I have to say about these speakers. They're not anything mind-blowing, honestly, but I'd say they're about the same as like a Pixel 10 or something like that, a Pixel 9 maybe. It's not really anything to write home about, but for the price tag, it sounds pretty solid. Next, we're going to go ahead and take a look at the video on YouTube, and this does support HDR, and we of course have downscaled 2K right here. So we're going to go ahead and see how this looks. Let's go ahead and play this. All right, so beautiful display on this device. I don't really have anything bad to say about this display. Very, very bright, very colorful, very nice and saturated, great contrast, great colors in general. AMOLED display for $300 is great. Really nothing else to say about the display. Display looks great. That's, I think, biggest selling point about this device is this is going to be a media consumption device. Of course, the processor inside this device is very nice as well. We have the Snapdragon 7S Gen 4, so we're going to be able to play video games like Call of Duty Mobile, PUBG Mobile. Of course, we're going to be able to play Genshin Impact and higher graphic intensive games like that for all the gamers out there. 6500 milliamp battery, 100 watt wired charging, and 100 watt charger inside the box inside of here. Looks like we have a very solid camera so far. IP68/IP69K on here, so dust tight and water resistance. High pressure water jets immersible up to 1.5 meters for 30 minutes. So very, very solid protection on here. The build quality is very nice on here as well. Very sexy phone. Really, really solid eco leather design on here. I do like that a lot. We can go up to 12 gigabytes of RAM on here as well. 256 gigabytes base storage. 512 gigabytes if you guys want to go ahead and level up from there. Very nice device. If you guys are looking to buy one of these devices, I would absolutely go for the Redmi Note 15 Pro Plus. This is the more premium device all around. The big differences I see between this and the other device is the speakers sound much better. The haptic feedback feels a lot better. It feels less clunky. We also have a better build quality on this device as well, and it just looks more luxurious in general. And of course, we're going to have a better camera on this device as well. But very solid device for the price tag. Really can't do too wrong with this device, especially at that $300 or $350 price tag. This looks solid. Let me know what you guys think in the comment section down below about this device. Full review on this device coming very, very soon. I got to spend some more time on this. And of course, we're going to do some tips and tricks and some other stuff on this device later on as well. But hopefully you enjoyed this video, and hopefully you guys have a beautiful rest of your day. This has been Safan from TechRight. Peace out, Tech Gang.